to a vertical base forearm to Scott Commodity. Another forearm to the side of the jaw. A pair. Climbs the buckles and begins pounding right hands into the temple of Scott Commodity. He's really feeling it right now as Vordell Walker. Scott Commodity is dazed in the corner. Vordell Walker gets caught with a knee lift though. Still fighting in the corner. Vordell Walker and Scott Commodity. Scott Commodity blocking the throw by Fabulous Frank. Fabulous Frank is helping Scott Commodity, and Scott Commodity pushes Vordell Walker to the mat. Never can say enough about having that outside interference in your corner. Right hands by Scott Commodity to Vordell Walker. Right hand to the top of the head now, and follows it up with a kick. You see the arrogance of our Caribbean heavyweight champion. Knee drop to the top of the head. Momentum has turned here. Count of 2, almost 3. 2 3/4 for Scott Commodity. Another dirty underhanded tactic by Scott Commodity. That's a staple of the Fabulous Frank stable. Another face and nose rake here by Scott Commodity. Look at him twist on the nose of Vordell Walker. And Fabulous Frank will now interject himself. Can never say enough about having that person on the outside. Kick to the chest of Vordell Walker. Scott Commodity continues to look to do damage. Forearm across the back and another series of forearms. Covers him with the ring apron and a kick to Vordell Walker. Scott Commodity says he thinks he's killed Vordell Walker. Don't know about that one, Scott Commodity. Methodically returning to the ring is Scott Commodity, who looks to continue his assault on Vordell Walker. Vordell Walker kicks off Scott Commodity and begins to fight back. Spinning heel kick by Vordell Walker sends Scott Commodity down. And outside the ring goes Scott Commodity. Takes a breather after that big momentum shift. Look out, here comes Vordell Walker. On top of Scott Commodity to the floor. Vordell Walker's really feeling it right now. This could spell trouble for Fabulous Frank's man. Look at the chop at ringside. He hurt himself administering the chop to Scott Commodity. Another. Did you hear that? Reverses Vordell Walker into the ring post. Head first. Head and shoulder first goes Vordell Walker into the ring post. You see Fabulous Frank with his man Scott Commodity. Big momentum turn there for Scott Commodity with that ring post shot. Head into the apron now. There's no give in that apron. Solid metal. Right hand to the point of the jaw. Vordell Walker rolled back into the ring by Scott Commodity. There's a boot rake across the eyes. Follows it up with another. Chuck Orr needs to step in here and let him know that these tactics are not going to be tolerated in this matchup. Make it 3 and a kick to the side of the head. And that one resonated all over the D1PW. Off the ropes and a kick to the side of the head once again. This is just brutal punishment being inflicted by Scott Commodity. As is customary with Scott Commodity, talking a little trash to the audience. He and Frank can't stand any of the people here at the D1PW. Forearm again, Vordell Walker, forearm Across the ring, off the ropes, and he got put right into the buckle by Scott Commodity. Continues this embarrassing attack of boot rakes, chokes, feet upside the face. Here's another one, just grinding his boot across the face of Vordell Walker. And a third one. Just grinding away at Vordell Walker, the ever-confident champion, Scott Commodity. Scott Commodity misses the kick into the corner. Off the ropes goes Vordell Walker. Forearm to the side of the face. Look at how fast Vordell Walker can move. Drop kick to the face in the corner by Vordell Walker. Center of the ring. He tries a fold-up cover, too, and he does escape at 2.5. Into the corner, underneath the leg whip. Very nice kick to the back of the head by Scott Commodity. Underneath the clothesline, now underneath the reverse elbow. Vordell Walker picks up Scott Commodity, drops him on top of the buckle. Lifts him up, back suplex. And both wrestlers are down. Chuck Oren administering the 10 count. If neither wrestler can get up before the count of 10, this match will be a draw. And Scott Commodity would then retain his title. Chuck Oren is up to 5. Chuck Oren now to 7. This can spell big trouble for both of these athletes. Scott Commodity at 9 is up to a vertical base. Now Vordell Walker also up. Underneath the clothesline goes Vordell Walker. Chop. Double thrust chop. Another. Wow, the sound of Scott Commodity's flesh is unbelievable. Across the ring goes Scott Commodity. Clothesline by Vordell Walker. Reverse elbow. Off the ropes again, fast and furious action. Backdrop in the center of the ring by Vordell Walker as he has complete control of Scott Commodity. The title's in trouble. Enziguri. Moving forward in this matchup. Clothesline. 2 and no. Vordell Walker, Scott Commodity are both tired and dazed at this time. It's a war of attrition right now. We've seen several close pinfalls. Across the ring, elbow into the corner. Look for a diamond cutter, sends him off, stops underneath the clothesline. Series of near misses. Diamond cutter by Scott Commodity. Both wrestlers down again. Chuck Oren begins a 10 count again. Scott Commodity may be looking for a cover here. He is, rolls over Vordell Walker. Cover. 1, 2, and 3/4. Vordell Walker got the left shoulder up just before the count of 3. Scott Commodity thought he had him, but as we can see clearly, it was a close near fall. Scott Commodity continues his punishment of Vordell Walker. Chop by Scott Commodity. Scott Commodity got caught by Vordell Walker, picked up, slamming backbreaker. Now into a side suplex. He folded him in half and he hit his head on the canvas. He could be out cold. Covered by Vordell Walker. 2. Fabulous Frank has the foot on the ropes, and Chuck Oren didn't see it. Yeah, you're smart, Frank, I'm sure. I know you're smart. Chuck Oren just missed the interference by Fabulous Frank to put the leg on the ropes. This match continues after another near fall, thanks to Fabulous Frank's interference. Vordell Walker posts Scott Commodity. Climbs all the way to the top. Scott Commodity begins to fight back. Up to the top goes Vordell Walker. Frank has Scott's foot. Frank held Scott down so he couldn't be taken off the top rope, and off goes Vordell Walker. Scott Commodity now on the top rope, leaps off, high crossbody, roll through, 1, 2, and no. If you remember, that's the exact same way that Scott Commodity won the D1PW Caribbean Heavyweight Championship. Sunset flip by Vordell Walker. Roll through Scott Commodity. He's got the tights. No way. Again, he steals a matchup. Seems to be a recurring theme here for Scott Commodity in his championship run at D1PW. I'm sure we'll see more of Vordell Walker in the near future. Welcome back, wrestling fans. Well, Frank, there you go.
Another victory for your Caribbean champion, Scott Commodity.
My Caribbean champion? Your Caribbean champion.
He's everybody's Caribbean champion.
He's
Champion of the whole Caribbean.
Yeah, he's their Caribbean champion.
That's right.
That's right. So
Yours too.
Not mine. No thanks. Anyway, Frank, that should put another close on a great week of action. What do we have coming up?
It was a great week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves. Glad you're all giddy.
Mm-hmm. Another big win.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
What do you know that I don't?
You'll see in the weeks to come. I know some stuff. Anyway.
Who else is JR planning and bringing in here?
We'll find out very, very shortly, won't we? Well, speaking of competitors in your stable, on next week's episode, we get to see a title match.
The world's largest athlete, maximum capacity, as we continue the Florida-North Carolina war in a big, big way. Tommy Vandal going to defend his WCEW Extreme Heavyweight title against Maximum Capacity.
And I believe you've gone on record before in saying that North Carolina has no chance in this war, right?
None at all. We're going to prove it next week. We're going to start by taking away one of their titles. By the time next week is over, Maximum Capacity will be the WCEW Extreme Champion.
Well, let's not forget to tell the folks at home that there will be a no disqualification, no count-out contest.
Falls count anywhere.
Falls definitely do count anywhere. Weapons, Fabulous Frank, whatever you want to bring to ringside is going to be completely legal, right?
It's going to be brutal. It's going to be a new championship. A new era is dawning in North Carolina wrestling, and it begins here next week.
And on top of that fine contest, what else do we have on next week's show, Frank?
We've got another debut here in D1PW. Francisco Chiazzo, the newest find of Amy Vitale. That's right. He's taking on young Colby Stern.
Colby could be in trouble once again because I know that Francisco Chiazzo, while not known by many D1PW fans, has definitely been around. He's not a newcomer to this business.
No, he's not. He's a veteran. He's seen it all. He's done it all in this sport. And next week he comes to D1PW.
And he's accompanied by who again, Frank?
Amy Vitale.
And?
Oh, and Cannon, his good close personal friend.
Want to buy a watch? You want to buy a watch? They're coming up next week on next week's show. And I'm looking forward to it. So, on behalf of my friend over here, Fabulous Frank, I'm George Whittle once again. So long from all of us here at D1PW.com TV. We'll see you next week.